Welcome to another episode of the EuroSteppin podcast, where we bring the real deal with European basketball. Hear from players about how they live as international basketball players. I'm your host, Big Dave Dixon, along with my co-host,
Alvin Snow.
Snow, we got a guy here who really grinded. He's one of the guys you can say was started from the bottom, now he's here. He's did a lot in his pro career. He's been the FIBA International Cup champion. He's been the FIBA Intercontinental Cup MVP. He's been the FIBA Champions League MVP. BCL Star Lineup Best Team. FIBA Euro Cup champion. Greek League All-Star. Italian Super Cup winner. Turkish Cup winner. Turkish Cup Final MVP. Turkish League All-Star. All German BBL second team. And to start it off, he was second team All Big East when he was coming out of college. So we here with our guy, Jordan Theodore. Jordan, man.
Yo.
Man. I appreciate you being here, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, big homie, man. It's always love, man. I can come show some love to the fam, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Jordan, what didn't you do, man?
It's a lot I ain't do, bro. I'm telling you, it's a lot, man.
Man, but so far, man, since you've been, this is your 8th year? You just finished 8 years, right?
Yeah, finished eighth years. We had a half a season,
In 8 years, you did a lot. A lot can't say that. I know you still got many more to go.
Man, but I'll tell you this much. Throughout the 8 years, I remember the losses more than the wins.
Yeah.
Because the first 3 years was rocky.
Let's talk about that.
Where were you the first 3?
The first 3, I did my first bid in Italia. I did my second one back in Turkey in Mersin, and then I ended up going to France to JL Borg out in Bourg-en-Bresse in France. I went there in like January of the next season. So my first three joints was 2 in Turkey, 1 in France, and all 3 of my teams got regulated, went to second division.
So
they don't tell you that though. They don't tell you that. They stopped talking about that after the first championship.
Right.
So you got that's why we here to big you up.
And here's the thing. What I noticed you said, and I thought it was important, you used the word bid. You did a bid, meaning, well, we usually say the word bid. That's usually us talking about somebody who went and did some time in jail or the pen, right? Or the penitentiary.
Yep.
So talk a little bit about why you refer to it as a bid.
I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I've done a bid before.
Right.
I mean, okay, we've all had our run-ins with, with the law. That's just here nor there.
Right.
But, I consider it a bid. I consider it a bid because, man, I was going from home, which I know everything about, to a place where I have nothing at all in common with. The only thing I know is basketball, but I'm traveling all the way across the world to play this game, and I got nobody with me. I got no family. I don't know anybody. So that's why I consider it a bid, because it's bad terminology. You don't really want to look at it that way.
Right.
But coming from where we come from and the things that we've seen, when you do a certain amount of time away from your home into a place where you have nothing about, you don't know what to expect, it's kind of considered that, So that's pretty much why I refer to it as a bid.
So when you first your first bid, as you say, because I think every basketball call it a bid. Every basketball they call it a bid when they come over to Europe. So your first bid was in Antalya, Turkey, which is a nice
Hell yeah.
city. Antalya is a nice city. People don't know that. A good vacation spot for a lot of tourists. For the people who don't know, that's one place you would like to see in Turkey. But I know you knew nothing about Turkey. What was your first thoughts on that plane before you got on that plane coming over here? What did you expect? What was your thoughts? What was going through your head?
Man, I had a lot of nerves.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of nerves flying. I'd never flown on a plane this long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know anybody. I don't speak the language. You know, like, man, I didn't want to leave home. When I had the opportunity to leave home in college and stayed in Jersey to go to see home. You know what I mean? So the home was where it was at for me. So, getting on that plane, packing up my stuff, leaving the crib, getting in the air, and all I can think about is, man, what is about to happen next?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I had, because if you look at the news and you look at Turkey in the news, all you really see is a lot of bad things. You know, they don't really report too many nice things about Turkey back home. You know, so I didn't really know what to expect, but I'm really outgoing. So I was just like, let me just give it a chance. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you a story. When I got off the plane, when I first landed in Istanbul, bro, like, they didn't tell me I had to get my bags once I landed, then bring them to the domestic terminal. I didn't know that it was a separate terminal.
Yeah.
Because I had never flown internationally before. You know what I mean? So I leave the terminal, go check in the domestic, and left my bags.
Yeah.
And D, you know about this, like, in Ataturk, once you walk through those doors, they're not letting you back in unless you got a flight. You know what I'm saying?
There's no way back.
So, I'm telling you, bro, left my bags in Istanbul. I just got here. Like, I just got here. I'm waiting for my bags. I get off the plane in Antalya. I'm like, like, my bags ain't over. Bags in Istanbul. So my first day was crazy.
What happened? Like, did you ever get the bag? Like, what happened?
No. They ended up shipping them to me. But when you leave that terminal, that international terminal, they don't let you back in to get. No. We have to figure that out. And I didn't have enough time to figure it out. Find somebody that speak English,
right?
Translate this, and then make my flight. So the first night was, I'll never forget that.
Yeah. Now, that is an eye opener. No one knows that. Like, I didn't know that either when I first came over. I'm sure Snowden didn't know it. No one, they don't even inform nobody of that. They just tell you to come.
Jump on the flight. You sign that contract. You see the numbers. You be like, all right, we out. Sign it. You jump on that flight, and it's like, go. Whatever happens, bro. You better get here.
And you just mentioned something that we haven't talked yet about on this podcast, man. You said you check the contract, see the numbers, and you jump on that flight. So one of the things that I've been wanting to ask guys is, how does it feel to be in a profession where you could go? Because you also mentioned, and I think it was your third year, you didn't leave until like January. Yeah. Is that correct? Okay, so you're familiar with how this process works. You could be out of a job completely, just home, stressed out, working out, with feeling like there's no real purpose because you don't know if you're going to get a job or when. So tell me how that went for you when you were just at home trying to figure it out, and then all of a sudden you get a call and you got to up and fly out.
For me, I was ready because it wasn't like I didn't have a job. you know, I had went through my own little things in the summertime working out, ended up injuring my tricep. So having to rehab that, get that better, you know, but sitting at home, you know, and watching guys kill, checking the numbers every weekend, to see who's doing what, which teams, you know what I'm saying? Yo, like, that shit is it's like a rush. You know what I'm saying? Because you itching to go back play because you know you better than these dudes. You know what you can contribute to an organization. You know what I'm saying? But at the moment, it's just like you can't do nothing. And then you just stuck calling your agent every day. Yo, anything.
Yeah.
You know, like, and a lot of players can contest to this. They know what I'm talking about. When it's like you know what I'm saying? You at home, you working out, and that call don't come until whenever it comes. And sometimes it come in July, sometimes it come in June, sometimes that shit come in October. Sometimes it might not come until, you know, it is what it is. But especially after Christmas, because, you know, players know that there's a deadline that's coming up in February, you know, and by the time Christmas comes, that's the midway point. And if you've been playing like shit, you basically know your numbers up, and they about to bring somebody in inflation. You know?
Right.
What players don't understand is, especially ones that haven't been to Europe, if you don't get that call until January comes, you're almost depressed.
At that point.
Not even almost. You're pretty much depressed. Cause it seems like, because I know I went through that one time, and I was like, man, what am I even working out for? Do I need to go find a job, like a regular 9 to 5? But I knew I was going to get that call. But, man, it's hard just sitting around at home. You spending money and don't see none coming in. Oh, man.
That shit. Yo, that shit is crazy, bro. Like, that shit is crazy. Just sitting at home, man, and then, you know, you probably around your family. You might have your lady, whatever, whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? And she's probably going to work doing this, what she do. But after you go lift for an hour, then you go hoop or whatever for an hour and a half, man, you still got 19 hours left in the day.
It's stressing.
You know what I mean? Like, you'll be going crazy. And whatever it is, you know, everybody has their different things that they do to feel comfortable at home. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't find a balance, man, and able to just be able to say, you know what, the call's going to come. Let me work harder. So when it does come, when that call does come, I'm ready to go. But if you start thinking negative, that shit'll kill you, yo. It'll kill you, because then you'll start slacking on your game. You'll let your body go. You'll start eating. You won't eat right. You know, it's all about staying positive, man. Understanding that, hey, you know, it might not be your time right now, but it'll come.
You got to have that mental toughness.
You know, and that's and you just gotta continue to work to just know when it comes, be ready, because everybody don't get these opportunities.
So, Jordan, you've been in a lot of different countries. What would you say the wildest story or the wildest thing you have experienced or seen while you played in these different countries? And which country were you in?
Damn, I've seen a lot of crazy things across the water, yo.
We got time. Well, you can tell us however many of those stories you want.
Yo, I done seen a lot of crazy things, man, from fights. Yo, like, I'll tell you a story happened to me. I'll tell you something that happened to me. Yo, I was out in Mersin. This is my second year out, right? I'm out in Mersin. I'm kicking it. We go out with the team, you know, we just kicking it. And I mean, you know, Mersin ain't really a big city, ain't really much to do. It's kind of like Village, but now in 2020, the sea is very nice. You got a marina, so it's different from when I played there 6 years ago.
Right.
You know, so 6 years ago, it was one nightclub. You know, and everybody go. So I'm out kicking it. You know what I mean? And you know, 6 years ago, I'm living a different life. I'm single. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the club, man. I'm leaving the club. I got 2 girls with me. Man, so I'm just walking. I get hit. You know what I mean? I feel something hit me in the leg. Boom. So I'm like, oh, I'm thinking Shorty playing around with me or something. I'm like, oh, all right, yo, I'm like, we good. Yo, next thing you know, I get kicked again, and then my knee buckles. So I go down like this, and then I turn around. I turn to the right. What the fuck? Somebody's swinging on me.
Oh,
Turkish dude swinging on me. So I duck that, put him out. Boom. Next thing you know, I'm surrounded by 7 of them. Seven dudes trying to get at me. My teammates wasn't there that night. They saved my life.
yeah,
They saved my life. Antoine Barber. Look, Twan, Antoine Barber. Twan, Kenny Hasbrook, baby. That night, bro. And in these European countries, if you knew to certain places, man, a lot of times, the love ain't always love. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't receive love. You know what I mean? But that was one of them stories, man. That's one of them nights, man. I'm glad I was with my teammates, man. They saved me that night. For real.
Nah, I seen that. I seen they come in packs. They don't just fight one-on-one over here. They come in packs.
Yo, man, the stories and the things that happen in Europe, man, are unbelievable, man. I wish everybody back home would come visit this place, man, because it has a lot to offer.
It sounds like there's one. It sounds like there's at least one more in the chamber, man. I feel like you got something else you want to give us.
I got crazy stories, man. Like, hey Dave, you remember playing us my rookie year?
In Antalya, yeah. I was in
man, we can't. Huh?
I was in Edernay.
Yeah, man, and we came to y'all. Who was your point guard?
My point guard that year was Mehmet Yağmur, a Turkish cat. He was killing that year.
Yo, I remember y'all killing us, bro. Killing us, yo. I'm telling you, man. My early years in Turkey, bro. Like those were the most difficult years, because when you a young pup in Europe, you really don't know the rules. You don't get no respect. I'm just out here playing hard, cause I'm like, man, somebody gonna see me out this month. Like somebody gonna say, yo, that little boy head fast motherfucker right there. He running around, he getting assists, he playing D, he doing all the. Yo, we gonna take a liking to him. But we were so bad, yo. My teams was so bad.
That's what I say, man. You gotta go through your own life. Think about if you didn't go through that, you might not be where you at now.
Right.
You never know. Everybody have to go through stuff.
Yo, those losses, man. Them shits made me. I ain't gonna front. Them losses made me.
The losses got a stain on you.
Look. I tell you a story right quick. This shit happened to me when I came back. I just won the championship in Germany. You know what I mean? This is my first year after France. My first year, I'm on a winning team. I'm like, shit, I'm balling. We going, I didn't change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel. This is my mental thinking. My first 3 years was shit. I have a good year. Fuck them 3 years. I know what it did to me. I know what's inside, but now we just moving forward now. We straight positivity. We're gonna kill shit. We're gonna win. I get to Turkey preseason. I fly in. I'm in Bandırma. I'm at Bombit.
Bombit, yeah.
We go to I go to the doctors. It's physical time. We doing our medical and shit. Walk in. Of course I'm feeling myself. I'm coming off a great season. I didn't grind it all summer because I'm like, shit, I'm making more money than I ever have. I'm about to earn every dollar so I can level up for the next year. Man, I walk in, doctor like, listen, I know who you are. I don't want my team to go to second division.
Oh my God.
Yo,
Oh my
yo,
God. No.
yo, yo. Yo, when I tell
He
y'all,
fired you. He
yeah,
fired you.
yo,
Shots fired.
yo, when I tell y'all, yo, the man ain't introduced himself, nothing. This is the first thing he tells me. Bro, yo, I couldn't believe that shit. I'm looking at him, I'm smiling because in my mind, I'm like, my man, you don't even know what I just went through this summer to be ready for this season. You know what I'm saying? But he looking at me, because I'm laughing at him, but he looking at me serious. Like listen, I'm not now. Like my team don't go to second division. Right? Respect that, respect. I never forget that shit. That was even more motivation. Because that means I just won last year. I didn't play well, but guess what? My first 2 years in Turkey, we was shit. So they don't give a fuck what you did in Germany.
Yeah.
Nah, you over here now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You over here now. What you gonna do here? Because we remember what you did the last time you was here.
The last couple times you was here.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that was definitely one of the, that story right there, that was one of the driving forces. I mean, I was coming in ready for bombing anyway. But when Doc said that shit, I was like, all right, now I know what's going on.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about that season. After hearing that from the Doc, what kind of year do you remember putting together?
Man, all most of you know what I can say about the bombing? I just remember having fun. Bro.
Yeah.
Just fun. It was one of them. It was one of them teams put together. It wasn't a crazy budget. I think I think both of y'all might have played against Gasper Vidmar. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all played against Viv. Viv was my center.
He was just strong for no reason.
Like that. What'd you say?
Strong for no reason.
Hey, I played
the Hawk. He was the Hawk, bro.
Hey, I played against him when he was young, and he had bunnies. He
used to have bunnies before that knee surgery.
Yeah,
but now he under the rim. He still dunk. He still catch lobs, but he under the rim monster.
No.
Screens. Nobody get over those screens.
I played. Hell no. I played against him when he was before Fenerbahce. I played against him when he was in the Adriatic League, when he was playing in Union Olympia in Slovenia.
Okay.
Young. Really dumb.
And Ljubljana. They was in Ljubljana?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was a savage, man.
All right, so we was a small budget team out of the 16 teams in the league. We this year. You know what I mean? So coming into the year, they like, man, we don't know if Bomba's gonna be any good. So, you know, it was a lot of negative talk, you know. But we had Sasha Filipowski, you know, that was our coach. And he was Slovenian, you know, he was Slovenian, and you know, when it comes to the Slovenian coaches, they love every detail.
No.
They every fucking detail. I mean, meetings every day before practice, 1 hour.
Yeah, before the evening.
For practice, 1 hour film, you know. Yeah. Talking about the same shit 12 times, and then I start going into life stories. You know, you need to do this and apply this to your life. He on the board with the pen and all that. Yo, going crazy, right? So when we talk about bombing, and it's crazy because I could bring up my coach, I could bring up all the dudes on the team. And I just remember having fun. It wasn't pretty though either. You know, we got a lot of wins. You know what I mean? I played fucking 39 minutes a night the whole season. You know, we had 10 players on the roster, but Now I gotta get Wood the ball. I gotta get D the ball. I gotta get our shooters the ball. I gotta do all this and that. And then guess what? If shit break down, you gotta make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And with us only playing 8, 9 players, and I'm playing 39 minutes a night, that means I got a lot of usage, and we ain't about to be showing up in score column with no L's.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I remember preseason, like Sasha wasn't even giving me the ball. It was like come down, run offense. We going in the post. I had Gasper at the 5. I had a Damian Kulik 4-man from 4-5 from Poland.
He played in Poland this year. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I had Edo Murik, who was on Ljubljana Olympia now. He was my 3-man. He's also Slovenian. I had Jeremy Chappelle. He's in Venice. They just want to chip him and Guppy, him and Gasper. They on the same team right now in Venice. And I had my Lithuanian sniper 4-man. Gediminas Orlik, shoot from anywhere, you know. So going in, like they was like coach, me and Sas never had no talks about Jordan. You gonna do this, you gonna do that. Listen, just run the offense. You'll have your opportunities. You know what I mean? And in preseason, man, I kind of felt disrespected a little bit because we learned the offense, and I'm like, yo, like, where my shit at? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but if you know,
like, where your coach?
Hey, but if you know Sasha Kwiatkowski at all, he's always let his guards rock. Like he raised David Logan, he raised Pilati. Like he's really done it at a high level and made guards like have great careers. You know what I mean?
Now look. So we in preseason. He ain't telling me, yo, you could do this. Nah, he not telling me nothing. Just run the offense. So I'm coming down. I'm in the post. You know what I'm saying? And then I think like we in Slovenia. We in Konja Segora. We in the mountains for preseason. We play Efes. And when I'm in the game, we got level. It's close game the whole time. I get in foul trouble. We lose by like 20. And these niggas talking shit too. They talking shit in the preseason game. So I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So after preseason is done, I tell Saj, I'm like, yo, Saj, like, we gotta have a talk, bro. And he like, what's going on? I'm like, I feel like you don't really think I could do much. Like, cause like I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't really got nothing going on. I'm just here. You asking me, okay, I'm going to do all this anyway. This is my first love. But I think you need to understand what I'm really capable of. You know, and this is just my confidence because I'm coming off, I done lost so much, and then I'm coming off this good year. I'm ready to get back out there and destroy shit. And he like, listen, this is what I want you to do. I'm like, all right, coach, this is your show. Whatever we're going to try this and we're going to see what happens. Man, we come out the first game. Bomb. We play Karsheka. I got 15 and okay. He like, so you like what's going on? Second game come, I have 30 and 12 against, I want to say Darussafaka. They EuroLeague this year. The next game, 30 and letting them go. I don't give a fuck. He can do whatever he wants. Everybody fall in line, listen to him. He gonna get it done. You know what I mean? But like all I can remember about that year is just understanding that, yo, like if you're not having fun, the game gonna be hard, man. This shit is gonna be hard. Like I understand, you know, like I think a lot of get confused because they work so hard. They feel like, you know, like they put so much time and blah, blah. But, man, find some time when you on the court to smile, man. Enjoy that shit. Don't always be so serious.
That's real.
Yeah, that's what a lot of players, I think, come to Europe don't understand. Like, if you don't have fun, there's no way you're going to enjoy yourself. Yeah. This is not America. It's not American-style basketball. It's not ISO. Man, you got to do what the coaches want you to do, and you got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
There's always ways you can enjoy it. You can find your way to enjoy it, man. And a lot of good players can't make it in Europe because of that. You know.
Yeah, a lot of players, a lot of good players, man. Some of them just not outgoing enough to live out here.
Nah.
Like, you got to be able to embrace the culture if you really want to do this out here. If you don't, it's gonna hold you back, because you'll spend a lot of time thinking about what's going on at home. Oh shit, I don't want to be here, man. Fuck what this coach talking about, man. Fuck my teammates, blah blah blah. If you got that mind state and that mental, it's gonna be tough for you to really, reach your full potential in Europe.
Yeah, so it's really important, like you were saying, man. It's really important for guys to kind of immerse themselves in the culture. One of the things I used to do is try to get with my teammates and go to their houses, man, and eat their customary dishes, and you know what I mean? Just spend time with my teammates. And I try to tell all these young guys that come behind me the same thing. Like, you really got to just dive in, man, and be open, to learn it, right? And how have you gone about that? Are you one of the Americans who just, based on the way it sounds, you don't feel like one of the guys who just sits in his apartment and plays video games? Sounds like you actually get out there and hang out with your teammates, get to know them. And can you talk a little bit about that?
I think it's I think even that's not easy. Trying to get to know your teammates, I think it depends on the teammate. Because a lot of these guys are not open.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them is not open to being friends, because some of them it's a business too, and they might feel like they need to be playing over you. My first year in Italia, man, we ain't do shit as a team.
Mm-hmm. And how'd that team do?
We were awful.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
And my worst teammates, because they all weren't bad. My rookie year, I had Ron Lewis, and he taught me shit that I still use to this motherfucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ron Lewis is a pro. Family man, taught me things. They got how to they go from cooking shit, like fucking doing stretches and shit, man. I was coming from college. I didn't know nothing. I figured we had everything here in facility.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the things I learned from Ron, who was a great teammate, man, I still use to this day. But I'm gonna tell you, man, all he does is not open to to liking you. Everybody won't be like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But only thing you can do as a player is try. You can open up, yo, my man, let's hang out, blah, blah. If they don't want to do it, then that's on them. But the worst teams I've been on, I've had, what'd you say, bro?
It's not just the European players that's like that either, because there's some Americans coming over the same way.
Hell yeah. A lot of people, man, a lot of dudes, good players, but just terrible people.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
It be like that. Some of these dudes is just like that. You can't control it. You could just be who you are. But I tell you this, man, the worst teammates I've had been on my bad teams.
There's a reason. There's a reason that coincides.
All my bad teams, I didn't have my worst teammates. They all weren't bad. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
But it's funny. I noticed earlier when you talked about, I believe it was your team in Bonvit. You remembered almost every one of your teammates' names, every single one of them.
I'm a point guard, bro. I remember everybody's name. I remember your position, his position, young man. I gotta know this shit.
That's real.
I gotta know this shit. But nah, man. But when you build bonds with people, man, like a lot of dudes understand when you come overseas, the closest people you have are your teammates.
Mm-hmm.
You spend all your time with these dudes. You know what I mean? So, like, imagine, like, I'm not sure if any of y'all have had bad teammates, but imagine 10 months straight with a dude, and y'all don't even, nigga, I couldn't tell you the name of his kids.
Snow played 10 years. I played 13. Of course, we didn't have bad teams.
Right.
Of course.
So, like, come
Many
on,
of
like we teammates, and I don't know your kids, but they at every game. They run on the
Right.
court after every game. I don't know your kids.
Right.
It's a problem, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem.
Hey, when you was talking about Bombit, I could tell that's like one of your favorite years that you played. And I know at Bombit, the fan and crowd support is crazy. Would you say?
Yeah.
Would you say out of the places you played, they had the best fans? And also, what people don't understand in America, the fan support here is different because they get rowdy in Europe. They get
Football
rowdy.
fans.
They're too conservative in America. So can you speak on that a little bit?
Hey, man, I think the best fans I've had definitely been Bombit, and the second best, Ike. I was in Greece last year,
Okay.
2 years ago. They was going crazy.
Right.
You know, like it's a tie between them two. I mean, and you know the fan support is huge in Europe, man. A lot of people don't understand. Yo, having a home court advantage that should get you your home court wins.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That should have when you look at the schedule, you can see certain teams and be like, all right, we're going to get them because they ain't going to be able to handle this shit come second half. And we turn this defensive pressure up and we got these boys in the back going crazy. They ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the fan support in Europe is crazy, man. It got a lot to do with, with soccer. The soccer fans, man, they be going ballistic, man, shooting the flares, all types of shit, man. When I was playing in Greece, man, they were smoking weed in the gym. Yo, that nigga, yo, listen, come out the joint to warm up. It's a cloud in the arena.
Yeah.
It was that cloud
that
was in Croatia for me. It was a
like,
cloud.
yo, you catching contact in the layup line. You like, yo, tell them to chill.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, crazy. Okay, so here's a question for you. You played over here a lot of years. It happened to all of us. Which player would you say gave you the business? Gave you that work?
That's a tough
It
question.
happened to all of us.
Oh, look, that's a tough question. No, it ain't.
No, No, let me finish. I say that's a tough question because you know, as a basketball player, especially coming into Europe, like we all have our years that we mature and we start to understand the game at a different level.
No doubt.
So, like, it's like me when I'm young, when I'm a rookie and I'm playing against Darius Washington, and he's fucking going for 30 every night in Turkey, and I'm the fucking rook, and I'm like, and they like, yo, listen, you gotta stop him tonight, and I'm like, yo, hold on, first of all, he's using a pick and roll every time down. Like,
he said, "Damn, time out." He said, "Hey, hold on. First of all,
first of all, he's using a pick and roll every time down. Nobody's showing out to help. He's hitting mid-range jumpers. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I mean. Like, you know, it's so many good players, and you got so many games. You know, like I honestly, I wouldn't say I've gotten killed because nobody has killed me. I've held my own versus everybody. But I remember a lot of OGs, man, giving out buckets from Darius Wash, man, to to Bo McCaleb.
Oh, Bo McCaleb was a problem.
And that's my man, like that, like he like big bro. You know what I'm saying? So
his little fast ass is a problem.
Time maybe me and you had a conversation. I think you was out with Bo McCaleb one night. We was in this stand. Yep. What club was that, man? Club in Garatepet.
Oh, Masquerade.
Masquerade, yeah. Yeah. That was probably the first time I had a conversation for you. Did you play against Mir Chapman?
No, I don't think so. What team? I don't think so, bro. I got over here 2012. That was my first year.
Okay, that year he might have been in maybe Karsheka. I don't know if he was here.
Probably. I don't know. Probably. Man, all I know is every time I know my early years playing against all the vets, I just know that all I kept hearing that everybody was making $1 million.
Right.
It was like, listen. It was like, listen. He gets $1 million. He gets $1 million. And I'm like, hold on. First of all, every guard I'm playing against is getting $1 million. And I feel like I'm holding my own, and I'm out here getting 22 and 8 assists and 5 rebounds. Yo, hold on, man. I was like, and this is when like I started getting closer to Bo, and I started getting closer to Jamon Gordon. Because that was playing in Epis. Because I'm like, yo, Jay, like for real, Jay, like you getting like 1.7, bro. Like, what I'm doing wrong? Like, just tell me. Because like this is how I was thinking as a young pup. I'm like, I need to talk to these old niggas to find out how I could get this.
Right. Right.
You know, and only thing Jay Bo used to tell me, keep going, you on your way.
Yeah.
Keep going,
Tell me this. Did they say you gotta get another agent to do it, or did they say
no,
you gotta do it?
You gotta do it. It wasn't no nigga your agent. You on your way, young fella. You got that dog in you.
Right.
And you know, a lot of the vets, you know, okay, they show love, but a lot of the vets, they won't bring you close unless they respect you. And they see something in you. They like, I see myself in you, dog. Like you on your way. You know what I mean? And that's all. I just wanted the real ones to be like, listen, he that's it right there. You know what I mean? Like, and because I'm a little bit of like an old soul. You know what I mean? Like I click more with the older, with my older dudes, my older brothers, my cousins. You know what I mean? The older dudes I grew up with. It was all tough love from the big homies. You know what I mean? So I didn't want no nigga my age giving me advice, or even I don't even need to hang out with y'all because we on the same level. I don't want to hang out. Let me go over here, learn some shit, pick these vets' minds, and I'm a build my shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A lot of cats need to come over here and learn that. You know.
A
lot of times, I remember years ago when I'm talking to one young guy who was trying to get to Europe. He was telling me, like, man, I don't understand why I can't get a job. Everybody's saying it's easy to get to Europe, and I'm going to come over here and kill. Nah, first of all, you ain't just going to come over here and kill nobody.
No.
Everybody over here knows how to play, even the Europeans. So you got to be ready, and it ain't that easy. Your resume is light. Like, you didn't play nowhere. You went to Morehouse and didn't even play basketball, and you think you could just come over here and get a job?
Shit is not easy, yo. Getting jobs ain't easy to come by, man. Kids come out of school every year.
Yeah, every year. Every year, so a lot of kids come out who still got basketball dreams.
Kids coming out. You got dudes playing that. You got dudes that's playing in lesser divisions than you that's trying to get to you where you at.
Right.
And then you got yourself on whatever level you at, and if there's a level to get above, you trying to get there.
Right.
And then once you get to EuroLeague or whatever, you trying to stay here or get to the league.
Right.
That shit is a grind every year, man. Ain't no taking your foot off the gas, man. Ain't no thinking this shit's sweet and easy.
A little bit, you're gonna drop. Everybody know, and you don't know that until you played a couple of years. You be like, yo, dude ain't have a good year. Now he was at EuroLeague, but shit, now he in Champions League.
Trust me, I know that shit all too well, man. Trust me, I know that shit all too well. I'm trying to get back to the EuroLeague. I'm trying to get my shot again this year.
Oh, man, you'll get back there. You'll get.
Oh, nah, for sure. I know I could do it. Injuries slowed me down the last 2 years, man. But I'm back now. I'm back now.
What were you in Champions League to start the year in Besiktas?
Yeah, I was in Besiktas. I was in Besiktas to start the year, and then I left Besiktas. You know, they ain't pay me and shit.
We ain't gotta do the. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about it. That's what we do here. Let's talk about it.
They ain't pay me shit. I keep it a buck, bro. Like,
Yeah, let's do
like,
it.
and
Podcast
it's another
about it. We
thing.
all about keeping it with. We want
But
to
this
give
another
everybody
thing.
in Europe a voice.
But this
This
another thing we need
podcast
to talk
is for
about.
you and every other European player.
But this is another thing we need to talk about because, like, I need players to realize when they come to Europe, man, it's a chance you might not. Well, it's a chance you're not going to get paid on time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just whoever your agent is, man, just ask them to tell them to keep it 100 with you.
Right.
And if you find out later that they're not keeping it 100, it's going to be a problem because it's a 75% chance you're not getting your money on time. Your payment will be a month late. Teams, you'll get your money though. You know, some way, somehow, you'll get your money. Unless your team drops down and goes bankrupt, then, you know, in that situation, you're not getting your money. You know what I'm saying? In that situation, it's over. But the chances are your money's going to be late. But back to Besiktas. So listen, I signed in Besiktas last summer. I had just got married to my wife, who's also Turkish. So only thing on my mind is, listen, we about to start this family. I'm ready to go. I'm not leaving Istanbul this season. I don't care where I play. It's just going to be in Istanbul. It don't matter what team. I don't care. The money, I don't even – I just want to be here with my wife. It's our first year of marriage. Let's settle here. Okay, Besiktas came. Let's do it. Tell them to give me this number. And if they get to this number, I'm going to sign. They got to the number I wanted. I was like, I signed. But in the back of my head, because before I'm signing, I'm like, I know I'm not going to get paid this money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I know I'm not going to get paid this money. And at the same time, me signing here also might look like, why is he going there? You understand what I'm saying? From the level I was just at to where it's like, why would you sign here? But this was more of this wasn't financial. This was just more of mental and family. Just wanting to just be happy playing basketball again because of what I had just went through with Milan. You know, them holding me out for 6 months, not being able to play, and then finally going to Ike and playing like 3 months for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? Still battling the injury that they fucked me up with the year before. So, you know, like when I'm in Besiktas, I'm like, listen, man. Listen, they got to my number, but if they're like, my contract is so sharp, if they are 1 day late, I can leave. Turkey changed the rules in the contracts now. Because I don't know if y'all remember how 30 days and then you get your money, you can go play somewhere else.
Right.
Nah, 7 days.
Yeah, but now
Another 7. Mm-hmm.
No, now it's if they're 30 days late, it's not another 7. You send that letter to bat. You gotta wait another 30 through the Turkish Federation. So they gotta be 2 months late with a check. You feel me? They only they could be 2 months and 2 months and 5 days late, and then you can go. Man, they got to like, I think it was December, bro. It was like maybe like a week before Christmas. Me and Dushko left on the same day. Not playing none of this. I didn't even know he was leaving. I just know that when my day came, when midnight came that night before, and I know I didn't get my check, I'm out. I said I'm out. You know, and it was no hard feelings. No hard feelings to Besiktas. I have no problem with them. If the money situation was different, I would go back. You know what I mean? I had no problem with them, but it was time for me to go, and I went to a better situation. Definitely went to a better situation.
Nah, Unix for sure is a better situation. Kazan.
Yeah. I mean, but it was crazy because, you know, my coach left and went to Bastonia. He went to EuroLeague, and they wanted me to come too, but I didn't go to EuroLeague. I went to Onyx. You know what I mean? I was like, man, do I want to go to a EuroLeague team in the middle of the year, even though I was with my coach, trying to learn new teammates, trying to do all this. And my first year in EuroLeague, I was with Milan. We was trash, and then I got hurt. So I was like, do I want to jump in here mid-season right now, trying to figure all this shit out, or do I go to Unix where the team is established, they got what they want, all they need me to do is come in and do what I do.
Yeah. Right.
And I felt, and I chose Unix. I felt like it was just the better place for me to be, and it worked out.
Right. Out of all the places you've been, have there been like a culture shock or something culturally that really bothered you? Was there a culture shock in any country that you've been to where you'd be like, man, what is this? What's going on here?
Yo, I mean, I've traveled, as us, man, we've all played in these different European competitions, man. We've traveled all over the world, seen so many places. I didn't forgot more places than people have been.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when you say culture shock, I don't really think I've been like culture shock. I mean, I went to Kosovo. Yo, we went to Kosovo and because I got a Macedonian. Listen, I got a Macedonian passport. So I think me hooping this is probably the number one on the list. Like me hooping and going through the craziest shit ever. Like this is it. So I got a Macedonian passport after Bombit. They want me to come play national team. I fly out. I go. We have a tournament. We go to Kosovo. I didn't know how big this rivalry was between Kosovo and Macedonia. I had no idea what I was walking into. I'm just thinking, we about to play, a game. We about to just hoop. I'm defending Macedonia, whatever. You know what I mean? Man, they spitting at me. They calling me a nigga. They throwing shit. Yo, I mean, bro, like I go for a layup, end up in the crowd. They are spitting on me. and it's one of them things where, come on, fellas, like somebody spit on you, like we not doing that.
But you're not fighting all them.
We not doing that, but I'm ready to go in the crowd. The ref grabbed me like, no, don't do it. Like, don't do it. Because, your first reaction if somebody spits on you is, oh, hell no.
You're right.
That's
the highest level of disrespect in my book.
That's I don't even got the words. You know what I mean? Because the way how I felt when it happened, it was like, you threatening my manhood right now. Like, I feel violated, and I'm looking at the ref because I'm like, my nigga, you don't see that?
Exactly.
And they like, nah, don't worry about it, because the refs are scared, bro.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. That is the craziest shit that's ever happened, yo. That's the I can still remember that shit to this day.
Favorite country and why?
Turkey, of course, man. Turkey, the most beautiful country in the world, man. We got amazing city life, man. We got the sea. This shit is everything.
What other places?
I mean,
have you been down to
Bodrum? What'd you say? I can't hear you, bro.
Have you been down to Bodrum and the other seaside spots?
Definitely, man. I've been to Bodrum. I haven't got to Chesme yet.
Cheshme, yeah.
I haven't got to Cheshme out in Izmir yet, but right now ain't the time to go anyway. So I mean, I figure I'll get there soon. But I've been almost, not everywhere, but I've been most of the places in Turkey. It's an amazing country.
Yeah.
It is. So Jordan, we didn't talk. I didn't tell you this, but I actually played in. I played in Trabzon. I played in Gaziantep, and I played in Karşıyaka.
Okay, so you got all your money. You good?
Nah.
Not at Trabzon.
No. They still
maybe not Trabzon. Maybe not Trabzon. But Gaziantep pay. Kasheka
No
pay.
question. No question.
Gaziantep money
But
always on
Kasheka
time.
didn't always pay.
Now, Kasheka be a little late, but Gaziantep, that shit always on time. They get their money over there.
Gaziantep straight.
Hey, if you can see Gaziantep now, that shit completely changed.
Nah, they got the arena.
They built some nice houses out there. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's super nice now than what it used to be.
Right. Man, Jordan, man, we really appreciate you coming on with us, man, sharing your stories, man, sharing your experiences. Man, is there anything that you would like to tell maybe players that want to come to Europe what to expect? Is there anything you want to share with them, like to give them some type of knowledge or what they should do?
Man, hey, fellas, I appreciate y'all for having me, man, for real, man. Anytime, man, I don't have no problem with checking in. You know what I mean? And if I can give guys advice, man, I would just say, man, stay humble, nigga, stay in the gym, and have an open mind when you come out here.
Right.
Don't listen to nobody. Everybody experience in Europe is different. I don't care how many players have been out here. Everybody goes through different things. So just stay in the gym. Go out, learn something. You know what I mean? Try to learn a few of the some of the language. Try some of the foods. Try, you know what I mean? Go out. If you're gonna decide to go out at night, man, hit a Turkish spot and just watch, man. Just see how people move and what they do. Open yourself up to the culture. It's gonna help you tremendously, and you'll have God willing, you know what I mean. You'll be able to open up to the world and have many, many years like myself and you guys.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Man, we appreciate you, man, taking the time to join us, man.
So what's your handle,
no problem, man?
Somebody want to reach out to you, follow you, man. What's your handles? Let the people know where to get at you at.
Oh, man, I'm just on Instagram right now, man. So you could just add me at Jordan _twice Theodore. I'm easy to find, bro.
All right, man.
I got Facebook, Twitter, but I don't really use those too much, man. I'm on the gram.
Hey, man, appreciate you for stopping by, man. You family of the show, man. Whenever you just want to stop by, if you got something to say, just let us know. You always welcome.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, fellas. Appreciate it, man.
Just let us know.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. D, hit my phone, man. Wood, nice seeing you, man. Add me on the gram, bro, so I can lock you in.
I'm doing that now.
All right, got you.
Thanks for tuning in to EuroSteppin Podcast. Follow us on everything: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. EuroSteppin Podcast. No G.
Because we got all the gang.